Welcome to the Plastic Planet. We're just having some breakfast here, some great Mickey Mouse waffles, and hanging out. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a model kit and...
Why, hello, Knick-Knack.
Mrs. Buttersworth!
She really talks.
Why, yes, young man, of course I talk. Ah, silly boy, I'm Mrs. Buttersworth. And while I am so delighted that you're enjoying my rich, thick, creamy butter syrup, I am yet sad. For it has always been my dream to be displayed among such wonderful action figures that you have in your plastic planet, Knick-Knack.
Mrs. Buttersworth, you can't be in my collection. You're a bottle of syrup.
Shame on you, Knick-Knack. I know that you're a broken down, middle-aged husk of a man with broken dreams, but some of us still believe. Some of us still aim for the stars. Some of us believe we can be better than who we are and what people say we are. I may be a delicious plastic bottle full of rich, creamy, buttery Mrs. Buttersworth syrup now, but just wait. I could be an action figure worthy of your precious little collection, living in bliss forever encased in a detolf on your...
Quick note, a detolf is a tall, glass shelf commonly sold by IKEA Corporation, retail priced at around $69.99. The term detolf is Swedish for kick-ass place to put action figures.
Your plastic planet? I surely could.
No, you're right, Mrs. Buttersworth. You're right. No one should decide our self-worth but ourselves. I've kind of learned an important lesson today about myself and my own dreams. I'll tell you what. When we're done with your rich, thick, creamy, delicious, buttery syrup, maybe we can find your home on the Plastic Planet.
That's right, A1 steak sauce. When they're through with you, they're just gonna throw you away. I'm gonna be in a detolf. Oh, I hope I get displayed next to Princess Leia. That Hot Toys figure is amazing, you know.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Mrs. Buttersworth.
Now, Knick-Knack, now that you've enjoyed my delicious, rich, thick, creamy, buttery maple syrup, can I please go into a detolf? Can you please let me be immortalized among all of your wonderful Hot Toy
figures?
Gee,
Mrs. Buttersworth, you've been so delicious. I guess you totally earned what's coming to you.
Damn you! Damn you, Knick-Knack!
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
Hey, so it's Friday night. It's probably not going to be Friday when you get around to actually seeing this video. But for me, it's Friday night down here in the Plastic Planet. It was my first full week back at work after my really nice vacation. And yeah, it's good to be back into the swing of things, I suppose. But anyway, I got a few pickups I want to show you guys this week and a few other goodies. So let's get to it, all right?
Alrighty, so I did happen to find these. I was at a GameStop that's a bit out of my flight path, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I actually work on the opposite end of the metro Denver area than where I live. And so, I do get an opportunity to sample a lot of different retail stores around the area when I'm actually looking for things. And I actually happened to find these at my GameStop today, and I was kind of stoked. I know these are kind of old hat at this point. They've been out for several months, and most people have collected them and reviewed them. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about these, but I was excited to get them, and I'm looking to make a nice Black Series display here in my collection in the coming days. So these are going to be great additions. However, what I did find, which was really exciting today, and I think some people are going to be jealous of this. Wow. Oh yeah. Super Nintendo. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I just happened to find it. They were unboxing them as I walked into the GameStop, And you know what? I pondered it honestly for just a little bit because I still have my Super Nintendo and I still have all my games and I've got several of the games that are on this thing. But I just think the convenience of a plug and play and the way it's going to look on my HD television and having all those games in one little system and the wireless controllers totally makes this worth it. I know it's not necessarily an action figure item, but retro games are always welcome to be discussed here in the Plastic Planet. So I'm going to unbox this sucker and get it going for you guys and so we can all check it out together. Alrighty, I think a lot of people are going to be super excited about this thing. I mean, look at all the sweet-ass games are on this thing. I'm personally most excited about Contra 3 and Super Castlevania 4 myself. But there's a lot to love on this thing. I had Donkey Kong Country as a well, I can't say kid, more as a teenager. And I played the hell out of that. But there is so much fun on here. Super Ghosts and Goblins, Super Mario World, Super Punch-Out. A lot of games I didn't have, so this is going to be fun. I better get this out of the package because my 9-year-old's going to crap himself when he gets home and he's going to want to play this. So I got to do this unboxing now. Alrighty, so I've taken it out of the box. Looks like we got some instructions. And wow, you know, look how tiny this thing is. This is it. Let's see if I can unwrap it and hold the camera at once. Holy crap, that is cute. I mean, that's cute. It's so small. Well, this is cool. I mean, it was 80 bucks, but this might be the best 80 bucks I've spent in a long time. So there's that. And then here are the controllers. Alrighty, so for some reason I thought these controllers were wireless. Maybe it was because of the picture on the box. Yeah, those look kind of wireless on the box, maybe not. But anyway, that's sort of disappointing. I kind of thought these were wireless, but that's okay. Let's get this thing hooked up. Alrighty, one more thing before I get this thing hooked up. If you watch any of my videos, you know I love comparing and contrasting new things with old things and things that are in the same categories as others. And, well, you know, there's the old Super Nintendo right there, obviously, and this new little one. This one has like 20 games pre-installed on it. Look how small it is. Look how big this old clunky dinosaur is from the 90s. Wow. I mean, you know, 2017, you haven't given us flying cars or anything really cool. We're not going to Saturn, but hey, at least we have awesome electronics. Kudos. Alrighty, so I seem to have it all hooked up here. My only second small complaint is the cords are really, really short for this thing. The HDMI that hooks up into the TV is really short. I'm like really taut down there underneath that lack, and the connector to the outlet plug is also pretty short. And it does recommend you unplug it when not in use. So maybe that's not a big deal because I can just unplug it since I have that cord kind of hanging out there. Not ideal, but anyway, it's all small. Let's take a look let's see what really counts and see how good this bad boy looks. Alright, so here it is. I am playing Contra 3 right now. And I mean, this is so awesome. I mean, this is you got your 16-bit side-scrolling action. Look how great this looks on a big TV. Oh, I got the spread gun. I always loved the spread gun. I actually never had this version of Contra. I only had the one on the regular NES. But this is so much fun. Yeah. Jesus, I don't remember this being this hard. And I keep getting killed by this goddamn trash dog. God, it's like being at home. Anyway, so that's awesome. That's the Super NES little micro thing that is available now at GameStop and other places where games are sold. 79 bucks. Highly recommend you get one because, well, if you're a child of the 80s and 90s, this is sort of essential. So, that's it for this. Awesome! I'm set for the night. Gonna get some extreme Mountain Dew, some pizza pockets, and just live it up down here. This is just awesome. It's a good thing it's Friday night, because I don't know if I'd go to work tomorrow. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna kill that damn dog this time. Ah, Jesus! Okay, I'm gonna get this dog. This dog is dead. Die, yes! Jeez Louise. This is much harder than I remember Contra being.
Okay, dog again. Gotta kill the dog. Ah! Let's see if let's see if I can at least get to the end of this level here. Oh jeez. I don't remember this being so hard. I don't. Wow, I suck. Alright, well, let's get back to talking about action figures, huh?
Alrighty, so here it is. It's Friday night, very, very late. The kids are in bed. And, you know, I couldn't think of a single activity, not one, that I'd rather be doing right now than painting this model kit from Bandai. This X-Wing model kit that I bought a few weeks ago and have somewhat regretted buying so far, just because when I first got it, I thought it was a pre-painted model kit. I guess that's on me. I probably should have been reading reviews or something, but this sucker is completely unpainted, and so it is on me to paint it and put it together, and hopefully I can do so without making it look like a complete pile of ass. So I've go ahead and I've assembled a set of paints for myself, and I know there are people out there that are going to watch this and just laugh their ass off at me. There's some guys and gals out there that are so skilled at this sort of thing, painting models and making custom figures and whatnot. It's sort of embarrassing. But bear with me. This might be amateur hour. We'll see. But I did get some paints. I got some acrylic paint, including these tester spray paints. This is for the body of the X-Wing itself. It's sort of an aircraft paint. And then this more steel colored one is going to be for the base of the Death Star that this thing comes with. Right there. So we're going to do that in this kind of steel color. And I also got some for the more detailed. I got some more acrylic paints that maybe I can blend in and use in other finer areas of the model. I guess I got these right here, and a set of different brushes. So we're going to give this the best college try we can, and hopefully it doesn't look like complete shit. All right, let's get to it. So, I remember when I was a kid, I used to do a lot of Star Trek modeling when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, maybe my senior year in high school too. But I did a lot of Star Trek modeling when I was younger. And one thing I do remember is like the most supreme F-ups I'd ever do on a model kit is when I'd be impatient and want to build the damn thing first. And then paint it. And then put the decals on. And God, it always turned out looking like a horse's ass. So hopefully I'm doing this in the right order this time. I'm going to spray paint all this right now while they're still actually, you know, on the little clip bracket things. So, you know, we'll see how this turns out. But let's give it a shot. I'm going to go real light coat with this airplane paint. I'm going to go real light coat with this airplane paint and just see where we go. Oh, I love huffing fumes, man. Smells so good. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is really making a difference at all. It looks like the same exact color. Well, maybe it's a little different. Jesus Christ. Just drop the phone in the paint. This is the worst how-to video in the history of how-to videos. Alright, so we're going to do a real light coat just to make sure we don't bubble up or anything. And then when this dries, I'll flip them over and do it again. I'm going to go play some video games. Alrighty, so I'm back at it, and while I'm waiting for these other larger pieces to dry from the airplane color paint I put on them, I'm going to try my hand at painting this little tiny pilot. Now, somehow I've got to get this to look like, and you see it? That. Yeah, this is going to be real easy. So, I'm going to give it a shot here. I've got this, or I'm going to start with this orange paint, this very fine paintbrush. Pop this open here. We're going to give this a shot. I can even get the paint open. Oh, there it is. Okay. Paint is open. Just get a little dab. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to the knee. I should have is like one of those little like magnifying glasses and like some little... I should have taken this guy off his bracket. I didn't think of that. I didn't want to paint him with the other color, so I did, but this is going to be a debacle. Okay. This sucks. Alright, I'll show you my progress in a minute. Alrighty, okay. Actually, not too bad if I don't say so myself. Really careful just to get the orange in and around where it should be. So far, so good on him. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep plugging away at this. And I'm going to let this part dry. And this is going to take me a couple days, I think. But, yeah, we'll see. Tiny bit encouraged right now. Tiny bit. Alrighty, so it's like the middle of the night, and I'm still working on this thing. Actually, it's like 5 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, something like that. Anyway, slips for chumps, but I'm still working on this thing, and I'm gonna just got done with it. I got done slowly painting this pilot up. I think he actually turned out pretty good for my feeble skills. Not terrible, not terrible. And so right now I'm going to spray paint this Death Star base with this metallic gray. It's a little darker. And so we'll see how this looks. Kind of get everything else out of the way. And we might be ready for decals here in a few hours. So, good times here in the Plastic Planet. Just a little spritz. That actually looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll let that dry. And I'm going to bed. So, I'll see you guys in a few hours. Alright. Alrighty, so I've been messing around with this for a while, this Death Star stand. And I've managed to knock a little bit of the shine off of it a little bit, using a lot of basically whites and grays and kind of mixing them and doing a wash kind of, and going over and over it and, you know, and wiping it down. And it's sort of been problematic just because of all the amount of texture on this. You know, it's got a very highs and lows topography, I guess you could call it. And so the paint kind of gets stuck in there and whatnot. It doesn't look terrible. But I'm going to put it aside for now and move on. I think what I might end up doing is just going back to the store and getting a flat gray paint and going over it again. So anyway, we're going to call timeout on this guy, put him away for now, and then we're going to move on to putting on decals. I think I'm going to cheat and go with stickers, though, because dipping decals in water frickin' sucks. So I'm going to put decals on the X-Wing, and then we'll weather it up and put it together. Okay. Alrighty, hey, so it's Tuesday night. I started this little project back on Saturday night, and I've gotten some progress, as you can see. I broke it because I was putting it together and I had some pieces backwards, and you know, once you snap these frickers together, they're damn near impossible to get apart. So I ended up breaking a couple of the pegs on the back side, but it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. It's pretty sturdy and steady. So that's tonight, Tuesday. I'll keep plugging away. I'll keep going on Wednesday. It's funny, my attention span for these things is like nothing anymore. It's like I used to really enjoy doing this stuff, and it's like such a freaking chore. That's weird. At any rate, be back at it tomorrow night. Alrighty, so finally, here is the finished product on this Bandai X-Wing model kit. I am putting the wraps on this thing. I've given it my best, and here it is done. I did go ahead and repaint the base. I originally had like a glossy dark gray, and I've refinished the base with just like a flat primer gray. I think that makes it look a little more authentic to what the surface of the Death Star looked like in the original New Hope. I mean, after all, the original Death Star was it basically was model kits sewn together, and laid out in a parking lot. So, I think that looks pretty good. As you can see, it's got this weird proton torpedo effect that, I don't know. I think I like the attempt, but the end result looks kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of sperm fertilizing an ovum a little bit. So anyway, I mean, I'm not sure if it reenacts the final scene of A New Hope, or the climatic scene of A New Hope, or it looks like someone having an accident on a Saturday night. I'm not sure which, but it's nevertheless, there it is. The model kit itself, I did put a base paint on it, which was like an airplane grayish white, and then I added the decals, and I did do my best attempt at weathering it a little bit by you can look up weathering Star Wars ships or any kind of model kit really on YouTube and find out how to do that. This was my first attempt at it. I don't know if my results were as good as other people's, but it does give it a little more character, I think, and kind of fills in some of the seam lines on the model, so it looks okay. My goal on this wasn't to make it look like a complete Instagram fail. I mean, here you have the what the model kit should look like, and then you have what it looks like for me. So, I don't know. I wouldn't do this one. I wouldn't do one of these again. When I bought this, I was kind of hoping, like I've said previously, I was hoping it was a pre-painted model kit, and I just had to snap it together, put it on the shelf, and look awesome. Or if I wanted to add some customization to it, great, but if not, it would still look good. You absolutely had to paint this thing if you wanted it to look even remotely decent, I think. So, I give it a C+. I wouldn't buy these. For $30, it seems a little high for what you get and the amount of work you got to put into it to make it look decent. Outside of other model kits that have been put out. Just for contrast and comparison sakes here, here's a Revell X-Wing model kit that came out several years ago that I put together. Now, granted, I never weathered this thing up, and it didn't come with a stand, but it's a lot bigger, and it was like about half the price I paid for this one. So, I don't know. If you're really into model kits and you're really into getting your hands dirty and doing it, hell yeah, these are worth it. If you're not, if you're kind of like me and you're kind of casual about it and you just really just want a nice collectible to put on a shelf, you might have better options somewhere else with an X-Wing. Honestly, maybe a more expensive option, but nevertheless, there are other options. So that is the wrap on that. Let's never speak of it again, and let's move on. All right, let's get back to talking about action figures. Hey, welcome to bonus time. This is a very mysterious edition of bonus time. I got off work early. I am busting a move to the post office, which closes at 6, so I had to come all the way from the south end of town all the way to the north end of town to get to my post office. They are holding a package for me that was lost in the mail for the last week. It is allegedly an SH Figuarts Luke Skywalker that I ordered from China, and I got it for $16 shipped. Now, I'm not a dummy. I probably think I ordered a knockoff, but I've had some success with knockoffs in the past. So, this could be interesting. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to get. But for $16, I thought, what the hell, I'll order it up. But here's the kicker. So, the sender from China put the wrong address and name on this package, but the correct zip code. So, it's been bouncing around between distribution centers for about a week and a half now here in Colorado, and I finally got it tracked down and held for me. Alrighty, sorry, so I'm kind of doing this as I get stopped at a stoplight. I can't drive and do this at the same time. So I'm sitting at a stoplight right now. So anyway, yes, I'm on the way to the post office.
And, you know, I have no idea what's going to be in this box. It might be that Luke Skywalker I ordered, or it could be something. It could be a different figure because of the mix-up in the address. It could be a sample of heroin, someone's kidney. Who knows? I have no idea what I'm getting here. So this will be exciting. So I'm going to get to the post office, pick it up, take it home, and I'll unbox it if they have it. I'll unbox it in the Plastic Planet. So see you then. Alrighty, well, hey, I am back inside of the Plastic Planet to wrap this video up for you guys. As promised, I was going to unbox what I thought was an SH Figuarts Jedi Luke Skywalker that I got off eBay from a Chinese vendor and spent the better part of a week tracking down because it got lost in the mail. The wrong addressee was typed out on the package along with the wrong address. I did track it down via the USPS, and what I got was this little tiny envelope, which clearly does not have any kind of action figure in it. In fact, I believe it is a going on to the seller's feedback and looking at negative feedback. I believe I got somebody's blind spot mirror. You know, those little mirrors you stick on your side mirror to kind of see your blind spot. I believe I got some guy's $1.50 blind spot mirror. So I'm not even going to open this thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I did send the seller a message. Hopefully I hear back. Maybe I'll get some resolution, or at least get my 15 or my 18 bucks back. That would be good. But in all fairness, since I did want to do some kind of unveiling for you guys here in bonus time, I'm going to show you a few items that I have gotten from Chinese vendors that turned out really well. So here they are. All right, they are all Transformer based. I think at least 3 of these or 4 of these are knockoffs, but they are amazing looking knockoffs. There's a Rumble and a Ravage. And that Quintesson right there, which is really cool. I got him about a year ago. He is very cool. And this hot rod, which is a Takara, allegedly a Takara hot rod. I think it might be a knockoff, but I think it looks really good. I've always been pretty pleased with it. Just give you a little close-up of him. So, I mean, you know, if someone actually has the actual one and there's some glaring differences, feel free to let me know. But I think it's pretty good. And then, of course, this third-party Galvatron, he actually wasn't called Galvatron, and I actually added that Decepticon sticker. But I got him from a Chinese vendor as well, and I actually paid quite a bit for him, actually. So, damn right, he better get here and get here in good shape. So, there are the few times I've had some good luck ordering from our friends in the Far East. All right, so that is it from this week's edition of the Plastic Planet. Sorry, this took me so long to get up. Life kind of got in the way the last 2 weeks, as well as actually having to build a model kit to actually put online and to show it off. And really, the results were a little lackluster. But nevertheless, we're going to get back into talking about action figures. Got the holidays coming up. Thanksgiving is this week, which I'm very excited about, and going to have a lot more stuff to talk about. So, anyway, stick around, and as always, like and subscribe. So, all right. In the meantime, stay awesome, and you know what? Keep buying shit, because it's fun. Really fun. Oh, I love huffing fumes, man. Smells so good.